Hello and welcome to another bulk showing off thing. If you're not aware of these, I just, I buy a bunch of games at once, and when they all come, I show them off because caring is sharing. So let's get this started. I'm going to start from, well, biggest package, no, smallest package to largest package, except for the last two because they're really something worth talking about. Anyway. Game Gear games. I said I was going to collect more, and I went online, and I love the Puyo series, so I bought a crap ton of Puyo games. Seriously, I really don't know what to make of these, because I don't know what they're called. But I've got a inkling about these two. Anyway, this is just zoom in on that. This is just a port of Puyo 2 to Game Gear, so expect 8-bit who's it calls it on that Palazzo. However, these two zoom in on that shit. Oh yes. These two were part of a throwback because in the when Puyo got released, there were a couple of mini games on there. They were like puzzles, but for the Puyo games, and they were so popular, and people were playing them a lot that Sega and Compile, because Compile was the original developers for Puyo, but now it's over to Sonic Team. But they decided that they deserve their own game, like an entire game just on Puyo puzzles, and that's what they are, so I think it's a good idea. There's one more though, I'm missing one more Puyo game on the Game Gear. I don't think it's expensive, I just don't think I've seen it yet. So maybe it's rare? I don't know. Moving on. I have this game already, but not in this format. You'll know what I mean. Rayman II. Anyway, Rayman II. This is a creepy game for me because when I played Rayman for the first time, it was all happy-go-lucky and, colourful. You always had a smile. Now when Rayman 2 came out, by the way, I wasn't aware that Rayman 2 came out on the PS1 or Dreamcast or N64. I saw Rayman Revolutions for the PS2, which is the first Rayman 2 version I got, and I played the crap out of that. Rayman Revolutions is exactly the same, except it's open world, there's no hub map. So I got Rayman 2 and compared the two by playing it, and there isn't really that much difference. Rayman 2 is a lot simpler, I have to say. It's a lot more, do this, get that, beat boss, rinse and repeat, like a game. But Rayman 2 Revolutions is more, explore and have a look around the kind of thing, similar to how Rayman 3 was built, so maybe that's what they were going for the re-release. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad I've got it finally. So yeah, okay, I just picked this up today actually because I just went out for an eye test and I saw this in a cheap bin. Well, it wasn't a cheap bin, Martha's bin, but yeah, it was £3. I picked it up because I've heard some good things about it. Sega Superstar Tennis. Jokes. I hope none of you took that seriously. Not having any of that shit here, filthy minded pricks. And I just heard a lot of good stuff about this. I know it's a mediocre tennis game, but the reason why I got it is because it's got a bunch of mini games in it, and it's got a twist to it because it's pretty much just Mario Tennis, but Sega characters, and that's awesome. And the game's super fun from what I can see, and there's a bunch of because on the back here I'm reading that there's 8 party games that you can play, and party games are fucking awesome. I love party games. They especially if they're good. So from its reputation, I think I'll be enjoying that, so I'm glad to have it in my collection. Next, something for the Saturn. I've been after this I have been after it, but it's not been on my to-do list until I saw it in the shop and I thought, you know what, I've ignored it for a while. Why not? Duke Nukem 3D. The good Duke Nukem, not forever. Fuck forever. This came out shortly after Doom, because Doom was such a huge fucking success. It really was. It was like first of its kind, I think. Well, the first to do it properly and commercially. And then the people who made Duke Nukem thought, you know what, let's get on the bandwagon, let's make our own version. And it was released for multiple systems, but the Saturn version is the best version because it's got a lot more stuff in it. The PC version comes close because that's what it was originally intended for, but because productions were slow for the Saturn, things took an extra bit of time, and because of that extra bit of time, they had more time to implement more stuff. So Sega Saturn versions of most things are actually way better. So that's why I got it, really. I really should get Rayman 1 for the Saturn, because that's way better than the PS1 version. But should I really? I mean, it's only slightly better. But never mind. Okay, the last two items. This game's very important, not just to me and other fans, but because it's important to the industry, because the person behind this is very, well, he's important as far as most developers are concerned. Rodea the Sky Soldier. Now, this came part of the special edition because, well, the Wii disc would be there, but I'm currently playing the Wii version right now. And let me just get this out of the way. The Wii version, made by Probe and backed by, well, not backed, but produced and directed by Yuji Naka himself, is the best version. There's nothing wrong with the Wii version, but, sorry, the Wii U, excuse me. The Wii U version is alright, but it's just a port of the 3DS version with a graphical overlay. And it's okay, I played it through, but comparing it to the Wii version, like the original, it's so much better. So I recommend that. If you can get your hands on the Wii version, it's the best way to go about it. But yeah, anyway, this is Yuji Naka's greatest? Not greatest. God, that's been established already, but this is Yuji Naka's latest creation. Because lately, his company, Probe, has been making little games for mobiles and, you know, mobile devices. This is his first big published game since he started that company, I think. Well, the one that's gotten most attention anyway. There's a lot of controversy because a lot of people are playing the Wii U version and saying it's shit. Play the Wii version. Trust me, if you can get your hands on the Wii version, play that one. It's phenomenal. The colours, the way the game controls. A game should control like it's an extension of your body, like it should be limitless and weightless it should be as fast as you can move your fingers. Okay, the mind should be able to work with the controller, not against it, to make games harder. The controls for the Wii U version are okay, but there's a bit of a learning curve. For the Wii, you get it immediately. There's a tutorial at the start of each game, but how the controls are set up for the Wii version are so good. You can play it one-handed. I did. I was eating a muffin whilst I was playing Rodea on the Wii. One-handed. I love Wii games for that, because fucking how often do you get to play a game one-handed? But it's good. It's a really good game, and I'm really proud I got it. And plus, the special edition came with a soundtrack, a little book full of like art and a description of all the characters and concept art, and it came with a little keychain device thing. I should show it off, but really that counts as an unboxing, I think, and I think they're quite lame. I know I used to do them, but looking back on it, I'm like, never again. So if you want to see an unboxing of it, then go have a look online somewhere, because it's going to be somebody who has. So yes, Rodea the Sky Soldier. Holy crap. Very pleased I got that. Okay, last item on the list. This is so strange because it's when it came out. You know, it's... The Dreamcast has been discontinued for such a long time, and you don't expect anybody to make games for it anymore. But the people still make games for it, and thank Christ. And this game, well, this game's been out for 4 years, but this version of the game has only just come out. It's a brand new Dreamcast game, if you can believe that, in 2015. PS Solar. PS Solar. Sorry about the S. Made by Watermelon. I've been super excited for this. I watched some footage of the original version that came out on the Mega Drive, and then once I saw what they were doing to the Dreamcast version, I had to have it. I had to. It's such an important thing to me that people are still making Dreamcast games, because it's part of Sega's legacy. And to say that people don't care about Sega anymore, well, you only need this to prove them wrong. This came out about 2 weeks ago, because I saw people online already saying like they've got their copy, so it hasn't been out long. It's a brand new release. 2015. Dreamcast was discontinued in 2001, late 2001. So that's 14 years gone. And games are still being released for it. It's not just PS Solar. There's other games, and there's more games being made now, in development, right now. People still care about it. And even if you've got yourself in your own little PC Master Race bubble, or PlayStation bubble, or whatever the fuck, you can't deny it. Because it's happening. It's real. The Sega community is evolved in a different way. It's become a lot more adaptable, I'd like to think. People who are dedicated to that kind of company, who in itself has evolved so much and so fast in such a short amount of time, I think is reflectment of its audience. And I'm kind of proud to be part of that, because I'm constantly being surprised. And I can't say that about other companies, really. Well, apart from Mighty Number 9. That shocked me. Can't wait for that. So yeah, okay, that was my collection, and that was my little tittle think on it all. Hope you liked what you saw, and if you have any of these, and if you want to give me some questions, just throw them away. Don't throw them away, just ask me. Throw them away. Got any questions? Fuck off. Sorry, that tickled me. Alright, see you next time.